Now we want to solve this using completing the square method. Now if you look at this particular equation, it's not well arranged. So the first thing you're going to do is to arrange it in the proper order of a quadratic equation. So we're going to put it in the general form of a quadratic equation. So I'm going to bring this minus 5t squared this way, so that it becomes plus 5t squared. Then I have my minus 6t, I have my minus 2, and I have my 0. So now it is in the standard form of a quadratic equation. So let's apply the steps in completing the square method. Okay, so let's go. Step 1 is that we are going to get rid of this coefficient of t squared here by using this 5 to divide each of the term. So if I use 5 to divide this, I'm also going to use it to divide this. I'm going to use it to divide this. I'm going to use it to also divide this. And when we do that, we're going to have t squared left here. I'm going to have 6t over 5 here. I'm going to have minus 2 over 5. And then here I'm going to have 0 left here. Okay, so we are done with our step 1. Our step 2 is that we're going to move this third term, take it down to the right hand side. So if I take it down to the right hand side, I'll be having something like t squared minus 6 over 5t equal to, as it moves over here, it becomes plus 5. Can you see that? Okay, now next thing is, if you check this left hand side, this left hand side is having 2 terms now. So what we're going to do is we are going to look for what to add to it to make it a perfect square. Okay, and we know that what should be added to it to make it a perfect square, based on my previous video, is that we always times this coefficient of this second term here. We times it by half and we square it. So let's do that. If I times this, if I use half to multiply minus 6 over 5 and square everything, what would that give me? That would give me minus 6 over 2 times 5, 10, all squared. And that gives me what? 36 over 100. So this is what should be added to this to make it what? A perfect square. Now what we have gotten here, I'm going to add it to both sides of this equation. Please remember, this is just rough. Okay, so let's go. 36 over 100, I'm adding to both sides. So I'm going to have 6 over 5t plus 36 over 100. I'm also going to add it to this other side, plus 36 over 100. Can you see that? Okay, so from there I can now easily factorize this, because I've already made this left hand side a perfect square. The essence of making it a perfect square is for us to be able to factorize it. And how do we factorize it? Very easy. Take the square root of this first term. Square root of t squared is t. Take the sign that follows, which is minus. Take the square root of the third term, which is 6 over 10. Group them together and square. That is how to factorize any quadratic expression that is a perfect square. Okay, then for this, we are going to simplify this other side. We know that the LCM of 5 and 100 is 100. So 5 into 100, that's 20. 20 times 2, that gives us 40, plus 100 into this is 1, then you have 36. So I'm having t minus 6 over 10 all squared is equal to, if we add these two together, that gives us 76 over 100. Okay, and then we are going to have that my t minus 6 over 10 is equal to plus or minus, I'm getting rid of this square now, that gives us square root of 76 over, so that gives us square root of 76 over 100. Okay, now if I come here, I'm going to have this 6 over 10, I can change it to decimal as 0.6, and then plus or minus. If I use my calculator on this, because I know that we cannot get the exact value for 76, it's going to give us, and the square root of 76 will give us a a rational number, so we are going to just approximate it. So using our calculator, if we do this whole thing here, that will give us 0.8718. Okay, so using calculator, that gives us this. So we can now separate or take this one down here. So this goes here becomes 0.6 plus or minus 0.8718. Okay, so let me come here to finish it. So which means that our t is 0.6 plus 0.8718, which is actually going to give us 1.4718, or we have t will be equal to 0.6 minus 0.8718. Okay, and so when we do that, we are going to have minus 0.2 minus 0.2718. So these are the two values of t from this particular question. So thanks for watching. I hope you gained value. Do have a good day. Bye.